want to talk to you about our Pro Poly One Day Flake system. So just an introduction to this system. We call this Pro Poly One Day Flake for a couple of reasons. One, we consider it a professional use system. A lot of our contractors that buy from us have good success with it, and they use it for a one-day type floor, meaning they can complete a floor, typically a garage floor or a smaller like 1,000 square foot floor and below in a day. When typically this whole system revolves around Poly 90. Okay, Poly 90 is a one-to-one UV stable polyaspartic with very low odor and quick set, but also a great work time and great bucket life. Okay, so let's dive into it and talk about what this system involves. So any coating system like this is going to involve prep. Prep is highly important. I'm going to say and stress, we do not promote acid washing a floor for prep, or just power washing it, or the thought that, hey, my concrete's new, I don't need a prep. Those are all kind of myths. Okay, so you're going to dry grind your floor, with a planetary grinder where you're getting that light, we call it a light broom-like finish in it. And you're going to be using a diamond tool on the bottom of a concrete grinder and a vac type system that you probably see in a little video above my head right now. So after you do that, and actually during the time that you're doing that, typically you might grind, do some repairs with our Instant Medic, which is a one-to-one highly quick setting product. Let that set up. It goes in like warm honey, and it sets up in, let's say half an hour, varies with temperature and whatnot. And then you grind it flush. Okay, you're always going to do this in small batches, like 8 ounces at a time, 4 ounce type mix. Pour it in, let it get hard, and then grind it flush again. Very important part of the process, really quick. We don't like to encourage anything other than this product with a repair, because you need it to set quick. If you put like a quickcrete or a cementatious repair in the crack, you're only basically grouting the crack. You're not really repairing it. You're just kind of filling it with something. This basically welds that crack or repair. So you got it ground, vacuum it, leaf blow it. Everything is clean, dry, and profiled. 3 very important words: clean, dry, and profiled. You want these products to be, to be bone dry during installation. So your first step after that is the base coat. So for the base coat, you're going to mix up Poly 90 1-to-1. Okay, it's a 1-to-1 type mix, and then you add a pigment. Where is the pigment at? Somewhere down there. So you add the pigment, the poly pigment as well when you're mixing that. Always drill mix for 2 minutes with a paddle type mixer that you're getting over all the sides of the bucket and thoroughly mixing that product. And then for your base coat, for a lot of times, smaller floor, you're just going to dip and roll the product out of a pan. So you've got this 18-inch. We always encourage 18-inch roller covers, obviously on a pole. And then you're just dipping and rolling out of a pan onto the floor, backing yourself out, and then you're broadcasting flake as you go. Okay, so you're painting, walking out, broadcasting flake to rejection, meaning you do not want to see any base coat of the floor. Keep broadcasting to rejection as you walk out, and then you're basically done. We always encourage maybe get on a pair of spiked shoes. This will help you walk on the floor. Go back over it. Make sure you don't see any shiny spots, because you really want it to get it to rejection so you don't see that base coat. After you're done with that, you're going to scrape the floor with a scraper, smooth, because the flakes are sitting jagged and, kind of like the Grand Teton Mountains, and you want to knock those down, flush with the floor. You're going to scrape that, and then you're going to vacuum the excess, and then you're going to leaf blow out. So you basically have no loose flakes on the floor. Now you're ready for the top coat. Okay, top coat is basically the same as the base coat. Few little differences. Again, 1-to-1 mix. You're not adding any pigment this time. You're just putting it down clear, okay? The other great thing about Poly 90, and I'll mention this now, is that after you mix it up, you do your 2-minute mix, it has great bucket life. It'll hang out in the bucket for about 45 minutes, okay? This is unlike other products. Sits in the bucket, wonderful. Now, once you pour it on the floor, that's when it starts to kick over, and you're gonna have maybe 10 to 15 minutes to work with it on the floor, to put it on temperature and whatnot. For the top coat, what you're doing over the flake, you're using a flat, flexible squeegee, okay? This has no notches in it. It's flat, and it's flexible, okay? And then you're going over the flake surface, and then you're coming back immediately and back rolling it with an 18-inch 3/8 snap roller and walking away, and you're done. So you're squeegeeing, back rolling, and walking yourself out. Just to back up a little bit, when you mix up the Poly 90, a lot of people go, oh, what about grip? Okay, if you want to add a grip additive, many different options. Monkey Grip is a 40 mesh. It's the biggest one that we have, a bigger one, kind of popular for garage floors. We also have Grip X, which is a 100 mesh, a little bit tinier, still has a little bit of a grip. You choose what you like and how much for that. So that's the One Day Flake system with our poly right there. And the timing is kind of like this. Let's pretend it's a garage floor, is that you're going to grind and repair in the morning. You're going to put a base coat down, late morning, go to lunch, come back, scrape the flake, top coat, walk away. Typically this product can be recoated from the base coat in a few hours. In the summertime, it can be even quicker than that when it's 90 degrees or whatever. And then the other great part is it does set up quick, so it can be returned back to service for other people. And then the final benefit is it's a very low odor product. There is a small odor associated with it, but nothing that we really hear any complaints about. So major benefit of that product is the odor of that being very low. So that is the Pro Poly One Day Flake system, and the Poly 90 being a key component of that.